Hello friends, it's Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm here to do a little work on some things that I'm doing for my journals, but I'm going to do this for a Tag Tuesday video. So Tag Tuesday is a open collab hosted by me, and anyone's welcome to join in. I do it almost every Tuesday. I was doing it every Tuesday, and now I'm just doing it almost every Tuesday. Like once in a while I have something else I want to do, so I'll just do that. But usually I'm here with a 90% I'll say of the time I'm here with a Tag Tuesday video. And that's where we make tags, just any tag, any theme, no prompt, just whatever tags you're working on. Just post your video on a Tuesday and just, give us ideas, show us what you're doing, and, just have some fun with tags on, and use the hashtag Tag Tuesday. Link my channel, let everyone know that I'm the host and that they can come over to my channel and get the instructions and see what I'm doing and search the hashtag and, find out who else is doing a Tag Tuesday video. So today I was having some fun with, I had an idea, actually. I don't know why, it just popped into my head that I wanted to make some Franken tags. Okay, so if you know what Franken paper is, it's where you just put your paper together and make, you put your scraps together and make maybe a page for a journal or pockets or whatever. So I was looking at my scraps and I'm making those strips, and I thought, why don't I had these little bit wider ones. I'm like, why don't I make a tag out of those? So that's what I did. So I'm going to show you what I did. These were just two strips like this, and they happen to be the same size because they're cut-offs, right? So they were the same size. So I just took these two and sewed them together. Now you can glue them together if you don't want to sew. I wanted the stitching, so I did sew them together, and they're just like this on the back. This is white, one side is scrap of paper, and this is cardstock, so it made a really cute tag. So that's one. This one my little triangles that I made into some journaling cards, these little triangles, and I used the triangles for Christmas trees. Well, on this one, I did my Franken tag, or this could be like a journaling card because it's a little bit wider and shorter, so it's really not, it's kind of like more of a journaling card size. But so I sewed two pieces together just like I did this one, and then I sewed down, like this is zigzag stitch. And then here I used some of those triangles and just sewed down the middle of them with a straight stitch just for using them up, decoration. And I think it's really cute. So that. And these were these squares I showed you in my recent, where I was showing you my organizational project cart. And I showed you these squares were sitting on my dresser. And I said I need to do something with those. And here's what I did. I sewed them together. There's 4 squares here. I just sewed them together like that. And then I had these cut-offs from some thumb notches that I was making in these journals in the pockets. And I sewed those on here. It can be a little tuck spot there too, by the way. Right there. But just for decoration. This is double-sided cardstock, so that's what the back of these look like. I think it's really cute too. Here's another one I haven't decorated. Oh, I did add I had one more little triangle and I put it right there. Just because I kind of got lost over there beside my sewing machine, and then I found it. I was like, oh, one more. So I just sewed it right there. And isn't that, I don't know, I just think it's a fun way to use up your scraps. This is another one. You can see the kind of like square here. And triangle, and this is a thumb notch. So I just sewed down the middle of all those. I sewed them right on there. And then here's another tag. So you could put them in a journal like this, or, like this, and then you can write on the back. I've never really done this exact thing before. And I've usually, like, if you don't want the stitching, you can cover it up, or you could leave it as a creative writing spot. So you could write here. You could write across. You could turn it and write here. Kind of like these are lines, and write in the spaces. I don't know. You can use them for tuck spots, pockets, whatever you want. But this is just using up my scraps and making ephemera, and they could be bases if I don't want to use them like this. I could save them for later and or whatever. So on moving forward, progressing through my thought process here, I am working on these journals, and I thought I was looking through my things to put in the journals, you know, all my Halloween and fall things, and so I came across my little bag of, these are like table scatter, they're kind of foil colored in fall colored little acorns and leaves, and there's two different color of leaves and some acorns in here. In this particular, there was 3 bags. When I showed you my Halloween stash, that's another video. If you haven't seen that, just look back a week or so. But I showed you my Halloween / fall stash, and these were in 3 different bags. So I took them out, and there's 3 bags, like 3 little bags. That they were the bags they came in. And apparently when I put them away last year, it wasn't bags I could, like fold over and glue back together. They were just open bags, so I put tape across the top. So when I took them out, I was like, okay. And I couldn't get the tape off, so I just cut them, and then had this little leftover Ziploc bag from something else. So I just put them all together in here, so they'll be easier to work with now. I don't have 3 bags going everywhere. And then I decided, since I was running across these and deciding because I bought these last year, and I don't think I really used them hardly at all, if at all. So I decided to make a shaker tag, and then I decided to make it out of these little things that I made, right? These little tags and journal cards. So this was a plain one. I hadn't decorated or anything, and I just cut a piece of acetate to fit over it. Sorry, I got something in my throat. And then I sewed around. You can glue it on maybe. I don't know. I've never glued it. I've always just sewn around when I make these. I left the top open. See, this was the top here. I put all my little pieces in, and then I sewed across the top. So that way you have all your little pieces in there. And besides the leaves and acorns that I showed you just now in a little bag, I have a little container here that I pulled out with fall colors. So there's sequins in here, and sorry, I had a little cough there, or a little clearing of the throat. Anyway, so I have in here sequins, and I put certain colors that came together, I guess, in here. So I picked out the fall ones to put in that shaker tag. And then I have some diamond painting pieces in here, so little round pieces. And from the diamond painting pieces too, I have little stars in here, and besides the little tiny circles, I have these little bit bigger circles that look like little gemmies. These were all from my diamond painting set though that I got. I had done a demonstration for a diamond painting company that sent me a kit or some little projects to try out and demonstrate for their company. So, but I kind of diamond painting really isn't for me. It takes a long time to finish something, and I decided it wasn't for me. So, but instead of getting rid of this stuff, like especially these little pieces that you use in diamond painting, I decided to use them as like sequins, like you would sequins. So I picked out whatever colors were fall and put them in this one here. I think it's really cute, and I have it clipped into the journal right now. I think I'm going to leave it clipped in so someone that gets this could write on the back. Like I said, this one's just sewed down the middle and around the sides, so you can write in here, or you can put glue here and here, say, and put it as a corner pocket. Or if you wanted to glue the other side down too, it could be just a pocket from up here. So, whoever gets this journal will have, be able to decide on what they want to do with it. So, because if you wrote on it, then you could take it and put it in a pocket somewhere. Right here. It would fit in a pocket like that. So, that is where I'm at. Or that's what I'm doing today. Now, where did I have this? Nope, doesn't look good there. I had it up here somewhere. I don't know where I had it. It looked really good on that page, though, wherever I had it. I think it was a coffee dyed page, wasn't it? Was it here? I think it was here. Okay, so I'm going to put this back and I'm going to make another one. So what I did first, after I had, I have these ready, let's pick out, like, this one could be it. I need two more, one for each. I have 3 of these little pumpkin journals like this that I'm working on. So I need 2 more for those. So I have this one, and this one's plain. This one has the trees. This one has the thumb notches. This has trees. I'm going to call them trees, or the triangles. So these 3 are, these 3 are available for, not that I couldn't put sequins in there, but they won't move around. They'll get stuck on these things and stuff. So that's not really a option for me anyway. So first I'll go with this one. See how I have a little bit uneven piece here. I'm going to go ahead and even that up right here, this little piece of paper. And then all I did, and I'm sure you've seen this before, but if you haven't, it's just or maybe it's just a reminder for you, like, hey, you can make some journaling cards. And I just picked up whatever acetate I have. I've either picked up at thrift stores or just in odds and ends, packaging or something. So I don't know what this is from. This has this little piece on it. I left it on here instead of cutting it off because I've used acetate before, and I'll put it down on my table and then it like disappears. I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's clear, and you put it down and I'm like, where is that acetate? It's right on my table, but I can't see it because it's just there hiding. So this is what I did next to I want to make the most of my acetate here. So I'm doing it like this instead of cutting it with my paper cutter. I think I have cut it with my paper cutter before, but right now I'm cutting it with my scissors so I don't waste this. I don't think I have. I think I have more, but I couldn't find it right off the bat tonight. So I have this piece and I have another piece right at my fingertips, so I don't have to look for any more right now. I'm just making the most out of this couple of pieces that I have out here. So let's, so I'm just cutting my acetate like this around my piece that I'm going to cover, as you can see. So let's move this now. Now I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and sew it down on top of here, okay? And I'm just going to sew 3 sides, and I'll be right back. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I sewed around here, here, and here. And I realized as I was starting to sew that this one had the little triangle on it, that little one that I forgot, and I put it on here. So we'll see if anything tries to get stuck under it. But this is quite different because it just has that one little one. And I actually flattened it out a bit by sewing across it down here, so it shouldn't be an issue. But right now, before I put any things in here, I want to just, I have a little bit of acetate sticking out here, so I'm just going to cut that off. I'd rather have it a little bit too long than too short, so just have a little bit sticking over the bottom edge there and over here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. So when I'm done putting the sequins and things in here, all I have to do is sew the top. I just don't want to cut off any of my stitching here. A little bit more at the bottom. If it's sticking over a little bit, it doesn't really matter, but I want to get it as close to the cardstock. Sorry, I'm kind of holding it over there a little bit. As close to the cardstock as I can. So, there we go. Now, I'm just going to get my little leaves and things here and pull out. I think I put 2 or 3 of each of these. So they're really pretty, as you can see. So let's grab some of those. And I'll just open up the top like this. I'm just putting these in with my hand because they're big enough to grab. So a couple of acorns, a couple of, let's see, gold leaves, a couple of these reddish ones, another reddish one. Okay, and then we're going to, before I put any more leaves in, like you can put as much or as little as you want. I'm going to go ahead and open my little box here. Let's see, can you see that? I'll move it over a little bit so you can see. Then I have this little scoop that I use to dip out my sequins and put them in here. I got this with a little party set at Dollar Tree. It's a little set of bowls, and these spoons come with it. I don't know if you can get these separate anywhere, but that's the only place I found them. So, you know, $1.25, and I think I got 3 bowls and 3 of these, and I actually use the little bowls. I didn't think I would, but I use them here in my craft room for organizing, so they're really cute. And so then I just dipped out the fall colors that I wanted. So I wanted a couple of these stars in here, and they're white on the back, so I'm just putting those in with my hand so I can put them in upright, and they don't, you know, I'd rather have the gold than the white showing. You know, it's kind of sparkly and everything, so I'm going to put those in there. I put 4 in there this time. I don't know how many I put in last time. And I dropped one. Okay, and then I'm going to put a couple of these bigger, like I'm going to call them gemmies, but they're from the diamond painting set. And I want those to be upright too, for sure. Okay, I've got 4 of those in. And I think I think they're a little bit, my thinking was they're a little bit, you know, deeper, so they would help hold the plastic up off of the cardstock so that the other things that are smaller could move around easier or flatter. That's just my thinking. I don't know. I think it worked, but the others move around good. The other one, I'll show you it again, or show you this one when I'm done. Okay, now let's scoop up, because the smaller parts in the sequins I scoop with this. So let's get some of these kind of bronzy colored ones here. Some gold. I'm not counting them or anything like that, just a little scoop. Some gold. My gold splattered, so let me pick up my extras. Let's put some green in there. You know, just have fun with it. Okay, so there's red here. I'm not going to do those. I'm going to save that for Christmas. Let's get some. These are kind of gold colored here. This is the diamond painting things. I'm just going to go to town on this one because I do want to use these, especially the diamond painting stuff. Let's see, that's, I've got pink, and I think these are gold or orangish. Okay, so orangish and gold. Trying to make sure I got all the colors. Let me get some of, I got the bronze, I got the yellow. I'll be out in a minute. And let's get some green here. Okay, so see, I got a lot in there. So I'm just going to leave them like that. I'm going to go sew across the top. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I finished. There we go. Everything's moving around here, and I think it's really pretty. Look at all the pretty colors. Lots of bling and shininess in there. So cool, right? Really pretty. I love the green, and I love all those colors together. And you can see the little diamond painting pieces. They're the green, and they're everywhere. But anyway, here's the back of this one. And just so you know, in case you've never tried to sew and you wanted to sew through, in case you've never tried to sew through acetate, my machine did not have any trouble at all. It was like it wasn't even anything special or anything, just like I was sewing through 2 pieces of paper or cardstock or something. So if your machine can sew through 2 pieces of cardstock, it shouldn't have any problem sewing through 1 layer of acetate and 1 layer of acetate and 1 layer of cardstock. But I would say, you see how I put my things in? I kind of left them all in the middle before I, moved them around like this. Just make sure you kind of do something like that. You don't want to try to sew with all your sequins and stuff kind of trying to get in your way. I mean, all I had to do was sew across here at the end, but still, if your sequins were in the way, that could give you a little bit of a problem. So, yeah, I guess, they're super cute. So yeah, I'm gonna make one more, but I think you get the idea, and I'm gonna put this in one of my other journals, and so keep working on the journals. I'll be done with them soon, and come back with a flip through. So anyway, everyone have a great Tuesday, great Tag Tuesday, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.